So in this video I am going to explain about the unwrapping the optionals. So unwrapping the optional, before that we should understand what is the optionals actually. Okay, so this time creating the one model class with a few properties, fewer optionals and fewer non-optionals. Okay, just I'm creating one group and called as a models, and here I'm creating one shift file called as a user. Okay, model struct user. This is the model class actually. So in the model class there are few properties. Okay, first name, middle name, and email address. Okay, first name, f name I am taking as a string. This is not optional. And m name means middle name. So middle name might be, few people might having middle name, few people not having the middle name. Okay, so that is the reason I made it as a option. Okay, now email also string. Okay, now this is for example only to understanding the optionals. Now this is the way to declare the optionals actually. Okay, so when you make it as a here question mark. Okay, so this is means optional actually. So I'm moving to the view model. I'm creating the one instance for the user. Okay, user object. So first name I am giving the Ravi. Middle name I don't giving the middle name, and email I will give the Ravi at gmail.com. Okay, so here assume that in my UI and there are three labels. So for first label I am binding to the first name, second label I wanted to bind the middle name, third label I wanted to bind the email. Okay, so that is what my intention here. Now I'm taking the f name label. I'm creating the instance for the labels. Okay, assume that there is a view here, there are three labels. Okay, so in the first label, as I said, I'm binding to first name, middle name, and email. So similarly I'll take it as a m UI label, where email okay. So here I'm binding to the UI. Okay, so this user model date, it has some data. So with the data I'm binding to the UI. So here dot text dot f name and not middle name. Okay, so here what will happen when you try to run this application, it will crash actually, because so you declare here is a optional, means it allow the nil values. Okay, it will allow you to store the nil value, and when you try to bind to the UI, or you want to update the model, or when you do perform any operation on top of this nil value, definitely it will be crash because there is no value here. Okay, this is where exactly comes into the picture unwrapping the optionals. Okay, unwrap the optionals. Just try to run this. So here, right, see, this is the where exactly unwrapping the options comes to the picture. So first, so there are three ways to unwrap the options. Okay, so writing a small note here. So we can unwrapping the optionals. So one is using leaflet. Second one is godlet. Another one is force unwrapping. Okay, force unwrapping. These are all the three techniques to uh, unwrapping the optionals. Okay, so here, so the meaning of this is, okay, so here when you using or when you try to do any operations on the nil values, okay, so make sure before using it we should check whether the value is present or not. Okay, if the value is present, yes, you can go ahead and perform any operation, or updating the UI, or updating the model object, or any operation you can do. So to check that, you should use the if let middle name young name. So here else not, you can write the else part also here. Okay, when you use the if let. So here what is happening exactly, I cut this and pasted here. If user name middle name having value, if value is present in this, it will execute here. Okay, if value is not present, just I'm printing the, so if value present, it will go here and it will update here. So since we are not updating the UI, just I'm printing the logs here saying that value check this. So now what will happen, it won't crash because we are not updating anything if value is not present. We are not doing any operation if value is not present. So it won't crash, right? It won't crash. See, it won't crash. Let's assume that if value is present, yes, we can update the UI, you can update the model class, whatever based on your project requirement, you can do it. Okay, now I have added middle name as Kote. Now I will check. See, just I'm updating, but we can't see in the UI. The value is present. You can go ahead and do whatever you want. Okay, so it won't crash your application. This is the one way to unwrap the optional binding using if let. Okay, this is one way. I'm commenting this. There is a one more way to unwrap the optional called as a guardlet. Okay, guardlet middle name equal to user dot middle name else return and middle name name label dot text equal middle name. So here I'm printing one message also. And middle name value not z. See here, first I will try to execute with the nil value, then we will execute with some value. Okay, now I'm trying to run here. What will happen exactly, if the value is present here, it will store here and moving on executing the other statements. Okay, so other statement means the value is assigning to the label. So as I said earlier, you can do any operations and the value is present. Okay, so let's suppose if value is not present in the middle name user dot m name, it will return the control from here itself. So it should not execute other statements. Let's see. Okay. The expectation is here, it will execute now this statement because the value is nil. Okay, now I'm updating here as a quote. So now value is present. Now the expectation is it should not execute these statements and it control will come here. Okay, that is the expectation. Okay, yeah, so that is, it's working as I expected. Now here there is a if let, okay, and guardlet. Two things are there. When to use which one? Now question is, both are used to unwrapping the optionals. Just we are checking the value is present or not. If value present, do any operations on the top of that value. So whether you are updating any model class or UI, whatever the based on the project. The exactly the difference is here, if you see middle name, the accessing scope will be here only. Okay, the first point. If you use the gauntlet, accessing scope will be outside of this block. Okay, this is limited block only. This is outside of the block also. The major difference is when you want to early exit. So I'll create one group saying that API manager, an example Swift file, API create one example. Okay, so here I'm creating one class called as a API manager. Okay, so in this class, right, I'm performing the one API call, which will take URL string and something response, you can say data, just a sample for example only I'm explaining. So in the completion handle it will return some data. Okay, just for example only. So now, so when you have URL, okay, so first to communicate the server, first I need to check the URL is proper or not. If the URL is not proper, you should not make an API call at all. So godlet URL is equal to converting to the URL here URL else return, and if URL is okay, session dot share dot data with the URL and completion handle data response error. Resume. Here this is the API call, we are getting the response, and that response data converting into the decoder and updating the model. All the updation will go here, other stuff. Okay, so now we have to discuss about the godlet. So what I'm trying to say here, the if URL is proper, then go ahead and execute the other statement. The URL itself is not present, why should I execute this statement? There is no point. So when you want to early exit, a checking here, if not proper, exit from here only. That's it. Those scenarios we will use the godlet. Okay, now I hope it's very super clear. Okay, and in the view model, if let is only if you want to still, if value not present, still if you want to execute other statements, yes, yeah, go ahead and use this if let. And force unwrapping means exclamation, we are not recommended to use the force unwrapping, so I'm skipping this. That's it in this video. I hope you're understanding the what is the optionals. Okay, how to declare the optionals. Okay, how to handle the optionals. Okay, and what is if let and godlet. Okay, thank you. If still any doubts, please write in comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you.